So what happens when you take the raw, vibrant energy of hip-hop culture and you pair it with, of all things, a super solid corporate backbone? Well, you get something pretty special, a whole new way of looking at youth wellness. Today, we're diving into the story of the Hip-Hop NGO Federation and what they call the art of healing. You know, any big change in life, it almost never starts with some huge explosion. It's usually something much quieter, right? It's that moment, that single question you ask yourself, or a memory that just pops into your head, a trigger. It's that little spark where you realize, wait a minute, something's not right here.
And that feeling, it's something we've all felt. It's that deep gut instinct telling you that the road you're on is just not the right one. This is exactly where things like youth anxiety start to grow, and it's the exact moment when some kind of psychological intervention becomes so important.
Okay, so let's unpack that initial moment, that trigger, that showed just how badly a new kind of mission was needed. So the founders saw this perfect storm brewing. You had rising anxiety among young people who were also looking for careers outside the typical 9-to-5. And at the same time, you have this massive, untapped power of art as a form of therapy. But here's their key insight, the real light bulb moment. Just making cool videos or songs, that wasn't going to be enough. To really make a difference, they had to build an entire system. So, with such a big problem, the solution had to be just as big. It couldn't just be a small project. It had to be a real, structured, national vision. And here's their answer. Hashtag Mission 2030. Now, this is way more than just a hashtag. It's a long-term, carefully planned strategy to literally reshape the youth mindset all across India. And notice how they frame it, as a movement, something powered by the very people it's meant to help. And the scale of this thing is, well, it's massive. We're talking about setting up counseling and drug abuse awareness drives in over 2,200 cities by the year 2030. This is not a local community project. It's a full-blown national strategy for mental health. All right, a huge goal like that needs a really creative method. So how do they actually plan on connecting with young people and helping them heal on such a massive scale? Well, the answer is in the culture they use. Their whole strategy is built on being authentic. They use the elements of hip-hop, a culture that was literally born from struggle and self-expression, as the engine for social change. It's all about meeting young people where they are, speaking their language, and using a medium they already love and trust. And their process is super clear. It's a three-step path. First, you engage the community through the culture, music events, street art. Then, once you have their attention, you guide them towards wellness with actual, structured healing workshops based on art. And finally, and this is crucial, you provide that bridge to professional help, real counseling, and de-addiction support. It covers everything from that first point of contact all the way to long-term recovery. And the vision doesn't just stop at live events. Woven right into their official mandate is this idea of audio-based healing. Through their media wing, PMR Productions, the plan is to create things like albums, documentaries, and even podcasts that can be distributed in schools, all of it designed specifically for social reform. Now look, a big vision is one thing, but making it happen, that's everything. And to test a plan this big, you have to start somewhere, with a real-world, focused pilot program. And here it is. The Jammuwala Flavor Season 2 campaign is basically the official launchpad for Mission 2030. This is where all the theories and plans get put to the test, on the ground, in the real world. It's what makes the entire vision tangible. But make no mistake, this is so much more than just an arts festival. It's a really strategic, data-driven pilot program that's laser-focused on drug abuse. By mixing their cultural events with a formal volunteer structure, the main goal is to collect hard data on what's really causing addiction. That evidence is then used to build a model that they can copy and paste into all those other 2,200 cities. Okay, now for the part that I think is absolutely fascinating. A grassroots movement is powerful, for sure, but what makes it last? What makes it sustainable? In this case, it's the incredibly professional, almost corporate machinery that's running just under the surface. The entire organization is built as what's called a Section 8 company, and this is a huge deal. Basically, it's a nonprofit status registered with the central government, and it legally forces every single penny of income to go right back into the mission. There are no profits for members. The only bottom line is the social cause. And on top of that, they've got 12A and 80G status. So what does that mean in simple terms? It means the organization itself doesn't have to pay income tax. And, this is the key, donors can get a tax deduction when they contribute. This creates a really powerful reason for people and companies to donate, which of course helps make the whole thing financially stable for the long haul. And it's all official. These documents you see here, the Certificate of Incorporation, the Section 8 license, this is the legal foundation. This is what turns a passionate, cultural idea into a credible, professional organization that can operate on a national level.
So that kind of leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? We've seen a mission that started from a personal trigger, got its power from an authentic culture, and was built on this rock-solid professional foundation. It really makes you wonder, when you take raw, passionate creativity and you give it the structure and discipline of a company, can it actually change the world?